There's a particular kind of happiness that's hard to explain. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. Rain tapping against the window. You're on the couch, wrapped in something soft. No plans. Nowhere to be. Your phone buzzes another invitation. Another, you should come out tonight. You decline. Again, most people would look at this and see something sad. A wasted weekend. A life too small? But here, in the quiet, with the rain and the lamplight and nowhere to be, you feel something they might not understand. You feel whole. If you've ever felt more alive alone than in a crowded room, more yourself in silence than in conversation, this is for you. Somewhere along the way, we decided that a good life has to be loud. Full calendars, weekend plans, photos to prove you were there. And if you're not doing that, something must be wrong with you. You're antisocial. You're hiding. You're missing out on the best years of your life. They'll call you boring. Let them. That word says more about what they need than who you are. Because you don't feel like you're missing anything. You feel like you found something. Something most people are too busy to notice. Staying home isn't running away from life. For some of us, it's finally arriving. There's a reason home feels different from everywhere else. Out there, you're always adjusting, smiling when you're tired, answering how are you when no one really wants to know, reading rooms, managing impressions, spending energy you didn't know you were spending. Other people are exhausting. You've always known this. You've just stopped pretending otherwise. But the moment you close that door behind you, something shifts. Your shoulders drop. Your breath slows. You stop performing and just exist. Some people need noise to feel alive. But your nervous system works differently. It recharges in stillness, in familiar sounds, the hum of the refrigerator, a playlist you've heard 100 times, the specific silence of your own space. This isn't something you chose. It's just how you're built. But here's where it gets honest. Not everyone stays home for the same reason. Maybe you skipped that party because you knew what would happen. The small talk that goes nowhere. Standing in a corner, drink in hand, wondering why everyone else seems to know the script you were never given. You'd smile at the right moments, laugh when expected, and drive home feeling more alone than if you'd stayed in. Or maybe crowded places just make your chest tight. Too many voices, too much movement, and suddenly you can't think straight. You're not shy. You're overwhelmed. So you stopped going, not because you don't like people, but because the cost became too high. There's a difference between solitude that fills you up and solitude that's just easier than the alternative. One is a choice. The other might be protection. You probably know which one you're in. But for those who genuinely love being home not as escape, but as arrival, something beautiful happens in that stillness. You notice things. The way afternoon light moves across the wall. The smell of coffee when the house is quiet. A song you've heard 500 times suddenly hitting different. In the silence, you can finally hear yourself. Not the you that performs for others, but the one underneath. The thoughts you've been carrying, the questions you've been avoiding, the feelings you didn't have time to feel. Solitude becomes a kind of meditation, not to empty your mind, but to finally meet it. Some people collect passport stamps. You collect these small, unmeasurable moments, and no one has to understand why they matter. There's a version of you that only exists here, unhurried, unfiltered. Not performing for anyone. That's not loneliness. That's intimacy with yourself. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone. Not to the friends who keep asking why you never come out. Not to the family who worries you're too isolated. Not to the voice in your head that sometimes wonders if they're right. Some people need the world to feel alive. You just need a world that's yours. So the next time you cancel plans and feel that familiar relief wash over you, don't question it. Just let yourself be home. If this felt familiar, You might also recognize yourself in this. Some people don't just stay home, they stay silent. Even when they disagree, even when they're hurt, not because they have nothing to say, but because they've learned that silence costs less than conflict. If you've ever swallowed your words to keep the peace, the next video will make sense.